The sweeping tariffs levied this week by the Trump administration sent economic shockwaves around the world. As allies and key trading partners condemned the move, President Trump suggested the tariffs would be good for America in the long run. Many economists and historians disagree. So how do tariffs work exactly, and who really pays for them in the end? NBC News senior business correspondent Christine Romans has our Sunday focus.
This week, President Trump from the Rose Garden ushering in a new age of American protectionism.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day, waiting for a long time.
Announcing tariffs on almost every U.S. trading partner around the world. All countries hit with a baseline tariff of 10%, with many charged much more.
China, 67%. That's tariffs charged to the USA. So we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%.
The rough calculus to charge our trading partners, both allies and adversaries, around half of what President Trump says they charge us for importing goods. Though many experts say the formula the White House used does not reflect reality. Trump's ultimate goal, to bring back the glory days of U.S. manufacturing.
Jobs and factories will come roaring back into our country, and ultimately more production at home will mean stronger competition and lower prices for consumers.
But many economists say it's not that simple, predicting manufacturers will not rush back to set up factories.
Companies around the world just aren't going to trust in anything that is being done here because it is so ephemeral, on again, off again. I just don't see how that's going to result in a manufacturing renaissance.
And the lower costs, they might not happen either. Here's why. Tariffs are a tax charged on goods imported from other countries. So American companies importing fruit from Mexico, shoes from Cambodia, or cell phones from China will pay extra as those goods enter the United States. And more often than not, that extra cost is passed on to you and me, the consumer. Furthermore, many products simply cannot be made cheaper in the U.S., which is why they are imported. Some can't be made here at all. Take clothing.
We're not sure this industry will survive.
Steve Lang runs a company that sells wedding and prom dresses to hundreds of boutiques. He imports dresses from China, Vietnam, and Myanmar. He says making them in America just isn't an option.
There's no more lace business in the United States. There's no more lace manufacturers. Would I love to make the stuff in the United States? Absolutely. Could I? No.
And it's not just manufacturing. Grocery items, fruit, coffee, seafood will also take a hit, forcing stores and consumers to eat the higher cost. But the White House is adamant tariffs are the right tool to boost the economy and drive down prices, touting what they say are hundreds of billions of dollars of new investment, including Hyundai announcing a $5 billion steel plant in Louisiana, and Apple saying it will create 20,000 jobs expanding U.S. facilities. The markets less sure. This week's tariffs fueling days of volatility, with fresh fears of a trade war and even a global downturn. What happens to the economy if these big tariffs stay on?
If these big tariffs hang on and we see retaliation by our trading partners, which seems likely, I don't see how we don't go into recession.
And Christine joins me now live. Christine, good morning. You mentioned some of the products likely to get more expensive, from coffee to cars. So how soon will those prices go up?
Hi, good morning, Willie. It's probably only a matter of weeks before prices increase for clothing and furniture and cell phones and electronics. Weeks there. But coffee, vegetables, fruit, those will likely start rising in a matter of days. Those are perishable items. They're harder to stockpile. And these new import fees are going to add up to what the Yale Budget Lab estimates is going to be about an extra $3,800 per household for the year. Now, the biggest price increases will come from foreign-made cars, but prices for all autos are expected to rise because American automakers rely on parts made in Canada and Mexico. So if you're in the market for a car, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford all offering employee pricing on the inventory they already have in-house. But, these taxes are so disruptive, some companies are halting shipments. Jaguar's Land Rover and Nintendo's new Switch, they're pausing shipments and orders. We've got the 10% tariffs in effect over the weekend. These other big tariffs happen this week. So a lot of moving parts here.
A lot for these companies to digest and figure out. So much uncertainty as well. Christine Romans, a great look at all of this. We appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.